Shalom and peace, brothers and sisters. Peace to y'all out there. How y'all doing out there, brothers and sisters? This is your brother, the Moray REI Israel. One more time right here for Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. All praises, all due, and all glory goes to our King, our cherisher, our sustainer, our the source of our life, the one who gave us breath in our bodies today and even on yesterday, and pray the creator that he would continue to give breath into our body and bless us and watch over us and keep us. We're talking about none other than Yahweh Wadhe. Some say Yahweh, some say Yahuwah, some say Yahuwah. I'm talking about the creator, the one, the Akkad. We ain't talking about no associate. We ain't talking about nobody else associated, as we say Shema. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, Yahuwah, our Elohim, our power, Yahweh is one, right? We know that for the declaration of our faith. Yes, only the creator. But thank y'all, brothers and sisters. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a little while since I've been on here on YouTube to do a upload a show or a class or a talk. All praises. I just been doing sitting back, just doing a lot of observing a lot of things and just looking and just studying and just letting y'all inspire me and just letting y'all continue to help me to grow in this walk in life. So yeah, so that's why I just hadn't been on. I just been just looking at observing and just watching y'all and watching what's happening through the world. And this is why I'm here today to say that there's a lot of ridiculous biblical teaching out here. Yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous biblical teaching out here. Mm, mm, mm. As the Christians might say, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Yeah, there's a lot. Man, I'm telling y'all, it's ridiculous. If you go to TikTok, I go sometime to just TikTok and just see a lot of biblical teaching from Israelites and some Christians, whatever. But primarily, y'all know it's from Israel. I see what I like to see from what Israelites out here teaching. There's some, there's some crazy doctrine. Now, I can expect a lot of it from the Christians, but Israelites, I'm telling y'all, it's pitiful. And number one, that is, um, seem to be everybody now. I'm not generalizing everybody, but those of you who know you're not doing it, y'all know you're not. But it seems to be a lot of it that people are not trying to utilize the scriptures to teach um primarily what we supposed to be doing to correct our behaviors as humans to have to walk a righteous and upright life. Now a lot of things I'm seeing is it's so much debating and arguing over what the scriptures is saying instead of looking at what the scriptures is saying and how do we truly apply these principles that's in the Bible from the ancient ancestors. How do we apply some of those these principles today in our lives to make our lives better? But everybody want to seem to be arguing and fussing and this, that, and another, and coming up with their own doctrine and all this. It's just pure craziness out here now. I'm telling y'all, man, it's pure craziness in the name of the Bible. And I'm just saying Bible, y'all. In the name of the Bible, it's pure crazy. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, and that's on everybody. I don't care you Israelites, um, Christians. It's just too much ridiculous doctrine and different outlandish teaching out here. It's pitiful, man. Instead of just reading what it says and taking it for what it says, because you're reading stories, brothers and sisters. I know people are not going to agree with this. You're reading stories about what's supposed to happen in ancient times. You're reading these stories. That's what it is. I know some people ain't gonna agree with that because you want to, like I said, a lot of people want to fit it to make it be about them, about their personal life. Like it was written about them 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years, 4,000 years ago. It was personally written about you personally, which was not. Wasn't written about no None of us here in America today, or wherever you at, when written about you. It was written about ancient people. You're reading the story about them, but you're learning about their walk, the way of life that they have lived according, and how they had a relationship with the Creator, and how they didn't when they didn't live up to the tenders that the Creator, as they said, he was inspired by the Most High. They didn't live up to the tenders of it, what the Creator gave them, the instructions, which people call the law. They didn't live up to the teachings and instructions that the Most High sent through His prophets and things. They didn't live up in it, So, and we see what happened by the results of that. So we can learn a lot from that, because a lot of things now a lot of us, we truly being inspired. Y'all talk to the people all the time. A lot of us all the time, when we link up and we serve Yah, we get inspiration from the Rock, from the Most High. And if we don't listen and obey the instructions that we given, things happen to us. So it's the same. But anyway, I've heard something the other day. I'd be on this thing called Oculus. I'm sure y'all. I got one of them Oculus. I've been in the VR. Y'all I'll be in everywhere. I like to did in the VR. I just got a man like a 3S, right? And I'll be on there and different things on there. Um Opposed to some a lot of them like to go on there different apps and travel, like look at Jerusalem, and things of that. But anyway, they have this app called Horizon World, and I go in there, and it's like a social app, you know. And I went to a little church thing on there the other day, well, last week. But let me hurry up. But in a nutshell, I was in there with a little Christian thing. They had a little Bible, so let me drop in and see what's going on here. And I was in there. They were having a Bible study, and one of the pastors said, "Well, not one of them. The pastor they was reading. Let me put my glasses on here so I can pull this up on the screen. They was reading in the book of Barashif. Let's see here, what is it? Reading the book of Barashif. Pull this up, y'all. Let me see. 13. Let me see. I think I got it. Make sure I got it up on the screen where you can see it here. Yes, there we go. Yeah, they was reading the book of Barashif. They started at chapter 13 and 14. I don't know where else they went from there because I left. Because he said something that I was like, I can't, I can't handle this. I got to go. I got to get up out of here. This is too much. This is too much. But anyway, um, he went to, let me pull this up so y'all can, yeah, I got y'all right here. See here. So anyway, let me get to it. He mentions that Melchizedek. Check it out, y'all. I mean, I've heard this before from some Israelites as well. Melchizedek was actually, y'all, check it out. Y'all ready for this? Melchizedek, or Chizedek, as some people would say, Melchizedek was actually Jesus. I know it. I know it. I know what I just said. That's what he said. And I've heard some Israelite camps say this, Messianic camps say this as well. And I was like, wait a minute, I got to get up out of here. Nah, I'm out. I'm out of here. Yes, and not only did he say that Melchizedek was actually Jesus or Yahweh Shai, he said, and I'm gonna read something in verse 18. Why did he say it? Let me read this part right here. Let me just read 18. All right. It's the book of Barashif, what they call Genesis, chapter 14, verse 18. Now reading from what they call the Tree of Life Bible, which is a messianic Bible. It's Jewish messianic, right? But anyway, so here it is. Um, Verse 18. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, or king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was a priest of El Elyon. Now, some people said priest or a Kohen. Yes. Now, check this out. This is what he brought out too. This is really the crazy part. Why I really had to get up out of that too. Not only did he say Jesus was Melchizedek, but what it says Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He said this was the first. Oh man, not a word. I was forgetting what I was gonna say now. Man, oh man, what's they call that thing? See that? I guess they don't want me to say it. In Christianity, where they have oh man, the bread and wine. lost my mind just to see somebody got a mind blockage because they didn't want me to bring it out. The thing where they do the bread and wine, brothers and sisters, man, I can't remember this. When I was so supposed to been saying it, I can't get it out. But anyway, the bread and wine, y'all know when they have in church, they have the bread communion. There you go. All praises, all praises. Thank you, Barack. Thank you. The communion. That's what he said. See that the Shaitan tried to block me when I couldn't get it out. But the Most High, all praises. Don't know how Shaitan. But the bread and the wine, he said that was um, um, the first that Yahweh Shai, aka Jesus, was having a communion with Melchizedek, the bread and the wine. Going back to remember the Last Supper with Jesus, supposed to be Jesus or Yahweh Shai, aka Yeshua, whatever the title they like to use a name, when he had the last, as they say, the supper or Seder with his disciples. You know what I'm saying? The bread in my body and the wine is the blood. He said that Melchizedek, this was Jesus, actually having communion with Jesus. And I heard that I was like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm gone. See, this is what I'm talking about. Too much ridiculous teaching, biblical teaching. People saying stuff that the Bible not saying at all. Now, I'm just trying to wonder. No, I'm not. But for the sake of saying, where in the Jane Brown get down, yo? How could would anybody get that even you messianic camps that teach this junk? What do y'all get this stuff at that Yahweh Shai or Jesus was actually Melchizedek? Because I've heard somebody say it, and I would put a name on it, but I ain't gonna do that. There's a group, they're well-known group out there that says that. I've heard them say that before. And I've even heard them say Jesus, aka Yeshua, Yahweh Shai, was actually Solomon too. Oh, he was just everybody in the Bible. Hell, I'm telling you, he was everybody in the Bible before he became Jesus. Remember now, he was the angel that get. Remember also, Yahweh Shai was the angel that who Moses saw in the burning bush. I've heard that craziness too. I'm telling y'all, where y'all get this stuff from? Where are y'all getting this? But just the last part right here, yeah. He brought out bread and wine. Melchizedek was Jesus having communion with Father Abraham. With Father Abraham. Ain't that some junk? And that is junk. Because I have no clue where they getting this stuff from. I don't think they have a clue either. It's too much ridiculous nonsense stuff that's coming today. Not just today, because we know a lot of this nonsense, this foolishness of dealing with the scriptures and the holy word had been going on for thousands of years. Hell, how we think we got Christianity. And a lot of the stuff that came from the Roman Catholic church and so forth. This been going on, with all the, as they say, the early church fathers, uh, Athanasius and all of them folks. A lot of Calvinism, Marcion, all these damn fools. But it's really a trip today when you have it all compiled today. Oh, when you have a compilation and just have it now, like they had things just scattered. They might not have had everything. When the tablets were before the well, some parts. Now we did have know there was a time when the Tanakh was canonized and in circulation, or in the temples, rather. But um, all the other things they probably didn't have, or before the time it wasn't. It could have been different stuff. But here you have everything today in the book, and all you have to do is just read it and read the stories, clearly get the understanding. But no, we got to make up stuff. We got to make up stuff that the Bible or the Tanakh, whatever you want to call it, is not saying. Mm, mm, mm. Like they say, Jesus is spoken or Yahweh Shai is spoken out through the volume of the book. But I read it, I hadn't seen nowhere where it remotely. Now, if I'm reading contextual wise, reading like I'm supposed to read, I don't see nowhere where it talks about dude. Mm-mm. I don't see nowhere where it remotely hint about him or his coming. Don't see it nowhere. Nowhere would talk about there's a human being gonna die for your sin, shed his blood and die for your sin. I don't see it nowhere in there. Now, if you want to go in, like I always say, take things out of context, take a verse and take it out of context, and but you already got a set doctrine the way you teaching it. Then you take that verse and because it says something that you're making up and what they call it proof texting. That's the right way to give it. Proof texting. Yeah, it'll say that. Oh yeah, you can find Jesus in there if you proof texting. But if you are truly doing true biblical hermeneutics, dealing with in the proper way, what they say, I hope I'm getting it right. I get it mixed up sometime. If you really eisegeting it, exegeting it, you're bringing out what's in it, what's actually in it. You bringing out what's already in there, and not adding uh eisegesis. You adding to what the scriptures say. You putting your twist to it, and that's what's going on today. That's why you have so many different camps, so many different groups. Everybody, he's saying this, she's saying that, they saying this, we saying this, and that's why it's so much confusion through the land with one book. And people who don't deal with it saying, how y'all got the same book? Like everybody who dealing with it, how y'all got the same book and all y'all saying something totally different? That is, that's a true thing. That's something that people need to acknowledge. You as so-called Bible believers or whatever, you need to acknowledge that because that is a truth. Why the hell everybody got so many? If I read the newspaper and there's a story or incident that happened, and I read it, um, I don't know. I hate to use it. Well, no, I want to use that. I don't know. Just say well, a storm came through. We know y'all when the tornadoes and stuff came, and it tore up a city or something. Hey, that story gonna be what it is, unless it's made up, unless they, the story is a lie. But if they're reporting that something that actually happened, that it is what it is. How you gonna reinterpret it? Everybody got their own different version of what happened. Even though the editor, the reporter wrote down what happened, but now you got all the people who subscribe to this particular newspaper. They reading and everybody got their own interpretations off of what this reporter written and said that happened. It's like Jeremiah or Isaiah, what they call Isaiah, all these prophets and stuff. They wrote down or had scribes to write down what happened. Now here we go today, going in, reinterpreting or reinterpreting what these prophets had all what they written down, what they saw, what they witnessed in their time. Now we going here and reading it now in our time and going to reinterpret it. Say, well, that's not what it's saying. Well, how in the hell you weren't there? All you got to do, you read the story. It's a story. They're telling you something. They're telling you what happened in their day and their time and what went on. How you gonna come back and say, well, no, well, see, Isaiah them, that ain't that really what happened. You don't know. You weren't there. How you gonna reinterpret what the hell happened? You weren't certain what and that's what's going on. Some of y'all get it. But I know there's still some people going to argue, no, man, you don't know what you talking about. See, y'all some of the ones that keep on keeping this damn foolishness going on in the name of biblical studies. Hmm? You don't want to know the truth. You just have some people. Y'all just got a doctrine, and you want to stick to it. You have a narrative, and you want to stick to that narrative. You want to keep on because hell, some of y'all want to be the next master teacher. You want your damn group to be the next big group. Everybody join you, follow you. You want your name up in lights and go down as the the greatest moray, the greatest camp leader. The what y'all? It ain't about truth. It ain't about truth. It's about whatever you come up with that sound good better than the next damn camp, that sound better than the next assembly. Instead of just reading what the text say and teaching the people and just going into it and taking it. Look at here, brother. Y'all remember brother Abraham, so and so he was a faithful servant to the most high and XYZ. And this is how we got to be brothers and sisters. Look, when you read this story is inspiring. I'm inspiring to be like Father Abraham, stand faithful through no matter what adversities come my way. That's how I want to be. So this is how we're supposed to be looking at the stories, you know, and taking and looking at these things and say, see, I don't want to be like the children of Israel. See, Yah gave them instructions and told them that he will bless them. But listen, if they follow what he gave them to do, if they followed his instruction, he will bless them. Hey man, listen, I want my blessing. So y'all know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna follow the instruction that y'all give me. See, that's how we supposed to be looking at this. Just like that. That's that simple. I want to follow what Yah says. See, let's go. Let me screen share again. Screen share one more time. Let's look at something. Let's just go to Dabarine. Let's go to Dabarine, Deuteronomy, as they say, chapter 1. I'm not going to be here long, y'all. I just want to just throw something out to y'all today. There's just too much ridiculous teaching, biblical teachings out here. It is. It's just too much. It's just too doggone much. Now, let's just look at this one right here. Dabarine 28 and 1. Now, if you listen obediently to the voice of Yahweh, thou Elohim, take care to do all of his misvolts, his commandments, his orders that I am commanding you today. Now, this is Moses, and Moses talking. Yahweh, the Elohim, will set you on high above all the nations of the earth. That all of these blessings will come upon you and overtake you if you listen. Check it out, y'all. Moses told you, or he told the children of Israel, if you listen to the voice of Yahweh, your Elohim. Blessed, verse 3. Blessed will you be in the city, and blessed will you be in the field. Blessed will you be, blessed, excuse me, Shalak. Blessed will be the fruit of your womb, the products of your soul, and the offspring of your livestock, the increase of your herds and young of your flock. But now let's go. Now, if you listen obediently to the voice of Yahweh the Elohim, if you listen, y'all, that's the first thing. Moses, this is a conversation with Moses was talking to the children of Israel, telling them at their day and their time, if y'all listen and pay attention, y'all, to what Yah is telling you, trying to convey to you through actually Moses, what he's giving me to bring to you. He says, taking care to do all of his commandments that this Moses said, that I am commanding you today, right? Because he's the mediator for the Most High. If y'all obey all of these commandments and instructions that I am giving you today, Yah or Yahweh Elohim will set you on high, all above all these nations on the earth, y'all. But y'all got to do something. Y'all got to listen closely to what he's instructing you to do and do them. So this is what we supposed to be even looking at these things today and keeping these instructions, man. Just paying attention to what Yah is trying to convey to us. Now we might not have, nobody like Moses around today trying to convey a message to us like Moses was doing. Yah will through the Rakadash is inspiring you and teaching a lot of us straight through the heart now. And when we reading, sure enough, reading and trying to pay attention and meditating on his words, like we said, meditate on the word of Yah day and night. When we're meditating on what we're studying, reading it, concentrating. Yah, what is this saying right here? you're reading the stories and like, yeah, what was you trying to convey, or what are you conveying in this story that you was talking to Yahshua, you was talking to Solomon, you was talking to Samuel. What is this story actually saying, y'all? What is this right here? You would get an answer, but you gotta study and read it like they taught you in school. Read it, and then you come back and say, well, what is the moral of this story? This is basically what we're doing. You're supposed to be doing right here, brothers. Just like they taught you in school. They give you something to read and ask you, well, what is the moral of this story? What is the moral? Just as anything, when we going into the knock and things anywhere, and I don't care what books you go into and whatever chapter you go through, chapters. Let me see here. Let me pull out one right there. This verse, Samuel, chapter Samuel, First Samuel, chapter right here. The barren woman petition is granted. If you just read that First Samuel chapter 1, you know what I'm saying, and just read that whole chapter, then you come back and say, okay, y'all, what is this story right here? What was that chapter 1? What was the story conveying? What was it about? What was going on in that story? That's what you're supposed to be looking, how you look at this. What was going on here? What was happening in chapter 1? And when I was actually in that Bible study that I was talking about before I left, we started saying that outlandish stuff like that. Now, it was some good stuff that they were saying, but at the same time, um, when he asked this, when they asked, when he was going through it, he was reading it, and he was asking what, and he did ask this question. That's what I like about it. He was asking though, well, what is going on right here when Abraham was talking to such a before he got to Abraham, because he was reading chapter started at verse 13. We was talking about Abraham and Lot. What was going on? How would you how would you would have done this? Because we was talking about what was going on with Lot and Abraham. Like, well, how would y'all would have handled this? You think you would have handled it? Do you think Abraham learned? What do you think Abraham learned from this situation? What do you think Lot learned from this situation? Because it was reading the story. So this is how you actually go through the stories and you read it and you say, well, let me see. We'll see. You read the stories and you like, well, I see what's going on here. Oh, okay. Okay. So you know what? That's how I need to be like that. XY situation going on in my life. This is how maybe I can apply what Abraham went through or what so and so went through in the Bible. And this is what I might can use and for my life to get out of my situation. Simple. The Bible is just it's that it is just simple. But what's talking y'all because we make doctrine and we make it so I ain't gonna say confusing, but I will say somewhat confusing because we're making up stuff that the Bible is a lot of times ain't even talking about or not talking about. Some people might say that's not proper English, ain't, but what the Bible is not talking about. But yeah, there's a lot of foolish, ridiculous teaching out here, y'all. I'm just want to throw that out there, man. Like what I was just talking about here. Abraham was having, yeah, communion with Melchizedek, but it wasn't Melchizedek. That was not actually Melchizedek. It was Yahshua, aka Jesus, that they say who Melchizedek actually was. Mm. And y'all know what? When I think about it, because I did a video a long time ago. People still are commenting on that video. They did something. That I asked this question because they say that he was the king. Well, he's supposed to be the king. Or they say Yahshua, Yahweh Shai, whatever name they gonna play the word game. So I gotta make sure I say both of them. So they can't escape with the word game. So yeah, Yahshua or Yahweh Shai, aka Jesus, right? They say he was the king. He's our king. He's the king of Yahoo of the Jews or Yahuda. I asked him when. When was he? Because I read those gospels, I don't see it. When I read now, I know what it say. That well, no, it don't even say that. Even in the gospels, hold up, y'all. Even the gospels don't show us where he was actually an actual king. Now, this here is a Hebrew to English New Testament. If I go through his, I'm not going to find where this man, where y'all say that man, Yahshua, aka Yahweh Shai, aka Jesus, was actual the king of Judah or Yahuda. Can't find, I hadn't found. I'm sorry, I don't went through it numerous times. I don't see it. I don't find it. I know what they call him in mockery when they said he was on the cross. I see that there. Yeah, I see that. But actually, anywhere in the story, where can I find? I even got some of the lost gospels over there. I don't find it even in the lost gospels, y'all. What they call the lost books of the Bible. It's I can't even find it in there, y'all. Where it says that this man, like Herod, like Herod, King Agrippa. Now, them were kings. We as history, we see that these people were actually kings in those in that region. Like Herod was an Edomite. We know that they got Herod's temple. Y'all can go and see the actual archaeological evidence with Herod built the temple and everything. But we can't find, not even in the Gospels, where it was written or stated that he sat on the throne. Now, that's what I want to get y'all. Where he sat on the throne and ruled as a king. I don't give a damn what you say he is or what you say he were. Where is it written and then stated? And is in and where is the archaeological evidence of that said thing? Hell, I can say I'm the president of the United States. I'm the president of Dubai. Am I? No, I ain't. No, I'm not. I can state it and write it, but hell, it ain't gonna be factual. So just because y'all saying it, we can't find it evidence of that. Hmm? We can't find it. So my thing here, so and I go back to that when he said that Melchizedek was actually Yeshua, aka Jesus. Now that would, if that's the case, y'all, I'm just throwing in this crazy stuff like they doing. So that's how y'all trying to say he was the king because he was the king of Jerusalem and in Jerusalem or Jerusalem as they say, King of Salam, because that's where it actually came. How they got to be Jerusalem. Y'all know the story. Some of y'all know the story. Is that how? That's the time y'all talk about he was the king because he was actually Melchizedek at first. So that's when he was ruling as king. That's the way y'all want to play that story. I don't think y'all do, but I don't know. Y'all might flip it like that to try to say, yeah, the RER. See, yeah, that's right, that's right. He was. See, you got it. Yeah, he was the king. See, but he was the king as Melchizedek. That's how he was the king. Yeah. Y'all will play it like some fool to play. Excuse me, I ain't mean to call nobody no fool, but somebody gonna be foolish enough to play it like that. Probably, I wouldn't doubt it. But anyway, y'all, it's a lot. It's too much. It's too much, y'all. We gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Stop with all this damn ridiculous, this foolish, outlandish, non true biblical teaching that's out there, man. Quit making up stuff that ain't. It's not even written in the text. Stop again saying stuff, making up stuff that's not in the text, that the story is not saying itself. If you're reading a chapter about something, quit trying to make it say something it's not saying. You might as well come up with your own damn version of a Bible then. Because some of that stuff y'all saying can't be found in there. Not the way it's written. Like I said, y'all doing like they do in Houston, Texas with what's it, chop and screw. Yeah, chopping and screwing the scriptures and stuff. Yeah, yeah. It may sound like that if the way y'all doing it, making a mixtape, like the rappers mixtaping it, sampling, sampling the verse. Y'all, oh man, Lord have mercy. Oh y'all have mercy. Y'all sampling the verse out of the Tanakh, and you try to make it make that what y'all call in the New Testament, the Gospels, y'all overlaying a text from the Tanakh and taking that so called New Testament and making it up. Y'all sampling, man. Y'all sampling. Y'all just like one a P Diddy sampling Timberlake. Or was it Timberland? Uh, Hell, Pharrell. Just some like the music producers sample. That's what y'all doing with the Tanakh. Y'all sampling because that thing ain't saying nothing but y'all saying it. Say stop sampling. Teach what it's actually saying. Play the original song. Play the original song, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Both side blessed. Both side blessed, man. I'm getting out of here, sisters and brothers. I'm getting out of here, man. Y'all be easy out there, brothers and sisters. Y'all take it easy. Some people will probably be getting snow. That bad weather coming towards this area here, the mid South, Memphis area. Cold rain. Just be careful out there, sisters and brothers, and guard your mind. Sure enough, for sure. Guard your mind as well as your heart, but be careful about a lot of things you're intaking into your mind in the name of getting knowledge. Be very careful about the things you're intaking. Uh, now I even got to quote Paul on this one. Don't be one of those ones who have itching ears. Because it's something that sound right to you, something that you want to hear, and somebody's saying it, but it's not backed up biblically at all. It just you just wanted to fit your narrative, and somebody out here teaching that wild stuff, and you go along with it because it fits your narrative. No, stop it, stop it, brothers and sisters, stop it, stop it. Because if you talk about you standing on truth, you the home of the truth, hey, be true. Like they say, y'all in the street, be true to the game. Stop all this foolish stuff, man. The scripture's saying what the scriptures is saying. The stories, as they say, the stories are saying what the stories are saying. You might not like it, the stories what it's saying, because they probably don't, you don't see it as likely talking directly about you. So you don't like it. So you're gonna fit it to make it fit you here as black folks in America, melanated people in America in 2025. Come on, stop that, man. What we do know is the writer of not Ecclesiastica, Ecclesiastics, good another wisdom book, said there's nothing new under the sun. We know there's certain situations that happened way back when to the other people back then. Some of these situations are happening to you, maybe in different forms, but they happen. We understand that. We understand that. But the stories are saying what the stories are saying. Learn how to teach and extract the truths out of the story and learn how to make them applicable for today. Take the examples from those stories. Don't be like the children of Israel of old. Hard headed, stiff necked people don't know how to follow instructions. Hmm? If the instructions are truthful, if you see and bear witness that these instructions are, that's correct, and you know that they are right instructions, follow them. Follow them. What's the problem? But nowadays we're following bad instructions because, again, we want things to fit our narrative. So we follow along with some old wannabe great leader, teacher, master teacher, whatever, you know, because he want his name in lights. He want to go down as a famous person like the conscious community, like Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, how they say these names back in the day, like, put them as higher state. That's how some Israelites out here want to be. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, thank y'all, brothers and sisters, for tuning in to Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. And I give shalom to my good brother Maury, David Israel. man, holding it down as he always do. You can check him out right there on iHeartRadio, um, Apple Podcasting Store on Apple, TuneIn Radio, Pandora, just wherever you find all of your audios, audio podcasting, you can find the good brother there. So yeah, tune in and check out a lot of his classes, brothers and sisters. He did all the every day for Hanukkah. He did a lecture, a talk for every day. Never I'll miss a show. Every Shabbat he's doing a show, man. He holding it down. He's dedicated to doing this, man. I tell you. So shalom to my good brother, man. Always there. So here when I ain't feeling up to it, or I'm like, I'm chilling. Boy, day he gonna do a class. He gonna do a class. So shalom to the brothers, man. I give it to them. Uh, I'm just sitting back, y'all. I'm just been observing. That's it. I'm just observing, seeing what's going on. That's it. I hadn't been too quick to try to do nothing. I told him all right. I ain't quick to try to jump up and do nothing, bro. I'm not saying, nothing wrong with what nobody else is doing. I'm just saying right now I'm just in observing mode. I'm just sitting back observing. And what I'm seeing is pitiful. I'm pitiful. I don't, it is. It's just really damn pitiful. And I'm seeing a lot of split between a lot of Israelite communities, assemblies. I don't know. It's just damn pitiful. So I'm not in no hurry. I'm just watching and gonna watch y'all work. Yes, sir. All right, fam. Much love. I thank y'all for again. Shalom. I'm out of here. See y'all next time. Most I bless. Peace.